Hi, hello there, friends. My name's McLagging, and I am the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past lover. Back around the 2017 days, I used to do various speedruns of this game, and did somewhat decent at it. And while doing speedruns, I also joined many randomizer races and tournaments, and I did pretty well in those too. I did this for a few years straight almost every single day. And after a while, I finally got burned out. Now, and almost 3 years later, I have not played A Link to the Past at all. Until right now. Come join me on my journey to relearn this game. As in this series, I will be starting from the beginning. Standard mode, no crazy settings, no quick swap, no crazy clips or glitches. As I will just be playing by the no major glitches rule set, not the randomizer rule set. This series will be bite-sized videos of the seeds I play to show things I learned, things I messed up, and whatever else I find interesting, as I attempt to knock off 3 years of rust. What's the worst that could happen? Alright, time that I started my first seed in 3 years. Let's see how this goes. So, start off, Uncle gives us the hammer to start, which is actually a really great start. Great first weapon. And one-shot all these enemies. These enemies were dropping bombs, which was a super big help. Come up on the ball and chain guard, first boss of the game. I'd chicken out and go with the pots instead of the hammer, cause I'm not confident. But we save Zelda. Main thing, game's over basically from here. Continue on through. Don't have anything major happen, luckily. We're just farming up bombs as we go. And get even more bombs from the chest. Go through, everything else goes fine, nothing too crazy. Check out our map. All crystals in the light world, no special ones. Checked out the tree, it was just a big ol' heart. Got bombs and more bombs and more bombs. Then we just head through Kakariko. We got a shield out there, which was, a shield. Cane and a bottle is really important. Visit our friend here. We get our first sword. Just very nice to have a proper weapon. From there, we're just gonna continue on south to the dam. And here, we find our first glove. Now we're just one item away from Dark World. Check out Agina's cave, because that cave has destroyed me one too many times, and for the first seed back, I'm not gonna let it destroy me on this one. And from Mini Moldorm Cave, we just get Ether, which turns out not to be very helpful. Fake flipper to the hobo, I always fake flipper, but nothing good there. So we check out Saha, we end up dipping Eastern because our options are very limited here. There isn't much we can do, in logic anyway. As we continue through, we do get a good item here, which is our flippers, which does fully unlock the Zora area. Zora by itself was unlocked, but now we can also do the well wishing. So we're swimming, we find a nice little ice rod hiding out. But since it was so easy to see, we know Turok's a pendant. But there's our Moon Pearl, so that's Dark World. So we're gonna check out Zora, see what he gives us. 20 bucks for our 500. Seems like a fair trade. Here, checking out our map again, getting all of our pendants and crystals. That cave was mostly a bust. Nothing good there. We dig a million times for 50 bucks. We just leave it on the ground. Here we're gonna go into Village of Outcast. Our first pull is a nice little fire rod. So now we have both Thieves Town and Skullwoods opened up, and we got mitts. Immediately forgot about them, did not check hammer pegs, which would have been so useful if I did at 29 minutes in. Just keep that in mind for when we do check it. So we make our way through Thieves Town, nothing too crazy in here, nothing too bad happened in here. So far. We get to the blind fight. This is not how you start out the blind fight with the fighter sword, because the sword is too short and you immediately get hit in the face. Luckily with red mail, we end up cleaning this up, but the fight itself just went off course. There is a lamp right there that we grabbed. Now we're off to Skull Woods for our second crystal. First crystal in around 30 minutes is pretty good. Then immediately into our second one. Moth was interesting. We still didn't have a great weapon besides the fire rod. We did have a hammer, but it's just hard to hit him with the hammer. Buzz through here. There's really nothing in here. The ledge had nothing. And over here, I forget I have flippers. And I'm going to try to bomb or fake flipper here. Mess up the jump, but then fully realize, oh yeah, I can just swim with the flippers I have and I don't need to fake flipper. It's gonna happen. Nothing on the pyramid. Now we're gonna go up Death Mountain because again, I forgot I had mitts. And I immediately get dead rocked, which is a great welcome back to the game. I should have honestly went to Ice Palace at 43 minutes. Check out Spike Cave, and that item right there, that hook shot, unlocks quite a bit. We're about to see it here immediately. Nothing in the first cave in here. We do end up pulling the powder, which, powder's alright. We did get Bombos out of there as well. Can go into Hera, which is another crystal. And the bow is very good, because that also unlocks Pod and Eastern. Now we're cruising along through crystal dungeons. We're wondering what's going to be our go mode. We need a way into Mire, so we definitely need a flute. And we either need a mirror or a book to get in the desert. We don't have boots, so that could also be a problem. And we pull our second sword, Master Sword. Then in here, we also pull the Tempered Sword. All the swords are on the mountain. Along with the mirror, our first mobility item. 53 minutes in, we can finally mirror back and forth. We still don't have the flute or the boots, which are the other mobility items, but at least we had the mirror before we got the pod, because Palace of Darkness without a mirror is just pain and a huge time sink. As we zip through here, don't find too much. Actually got the bomb jump. I was actually really excited about that. Yeah, nothing there. So continue on. Got the mimic room. Actually, both mimic rooms first try. Turtle room went a little haywire. Well, not a bit much of a problem. Get our third crystal in the bag. Now we're going to finish up Eastern. So we zip through here. Do all these rooms right. Get the quick kill. We have our fifth crystal down. Now we're still stuck. And I forget I admit yet again and take the long way around. For reasons unknown. I checked the mirror spot here because this spot has also destroyed me sometimes before, and at this point, I just want the boots. Now we're finally doing hammer pegs, and we could have had the flute almost a full or over a half hour ago. And then right after that, we finally get our boots. Hour 7 minutes in. Now we might be in go mode. It all depends on what the Mire medallion is, and of course it's quick. So now we're in a bit of trouble, because a medallion hunt's the same as an ice rod hunt. It can literally be anywhere. And I did not check what medallion was needed for Turtle Rock. And at this point, I'm fully believing that it's going to be in Turtle Rock. Because why wouldn't it? But we clean up some of our fetch quests, get some bottles for safety. Finally remember I have the mitts. Gonna do Bonk Rocks, gonna go King's Tomb, gonna clean up some of these overworld locations. We're gonna get our purple chest, check out K45, do our shovel, turn in our purple chest. And now we are dipping Pendant Swamp, because why not? So I immediately try to go to left side swamp, forget the chest on the bottom. Go back to that before I go left. Nothing there. And nothing on left side. I figured it would have been on left side. Now we're gonna make our way to the back. Really, I got a fire shield. That's really the only item we got out of this. Get our first pendant. No quick. Pick up the ice rocks. I feel like we're going to Turtle Rock or pulling the pedestal. Messed up the skeleton room. Misremembered what crystal switch I need to hit there. Finding a whole lot of nothing. As we continue our way through, have to go all the way around to get back to the other chest. All the way back. Now we're visiting Coldstare in our green pendant. And we kill him and we finally get our go mode at 131. And a handy dandy green pendant. So now, we can finally just go for the end of the game. We just need to beat Meyer, then we're going straight to Ganon's Tower. So we hunt for our big key in here. Do you want to show this off? First try, have not practiced this room in years. And it goes about as well as it could have gone. And I'm so happy about that. Doing that room well just makes me smile. Go through here, we do find our big key right there. So now we can head straight back to Vitreous. Messed up the Samaria block there. Messed up this fight. We had to use the cape so we didn't die. But we didn't die, we're moving on. We're heading to Ganon's Tower. Now, we have 1 of 22. We did find out Turtle Rock was quick as well, so I did not need to get that ice rod. And I might have dipped Ice Palace before going to Swamp, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. So we continue through Ganon's Tower, no big key to be found. Do a decent job through Ice Armos, wasn't quite the quick kill, but still went well. I debated about doing Tile Room. And we're gonna pull this key at check number 21 of 22. To hour 45, we can finally climb. And if you want to know how to not do this room, this is how you don't do this room. 'Cause boy, this took some time. The other rooms went okay, none of them were great. Wizrobes went well. We did nail both of those rooms first try. I messed up the torches, had to go back around, which was not great. Beat up Moldorm 2. Beat up Aghanim 2. Here I did pause for a second. I let ads run on Twitch so those that were watching could watch the Ganon fight. It went okay. I got bopped around a bit by the fire bats, but we were alright. Sword spins were a little off. I wasn't able to get many. I think I only got 1 triple on this. But we've taken down Ganon. We have saved all of Hyrule the first time in almost 3 years. And it only took an hour and 53 minutes and 46 seconds. There's some added time on there for waiting for the ads, and at another spot where I had to take care of some stuff, but maybe 3-4 minutes added. But in the end, 153, sub 2, first time back. Didn't forget an item location. Very excited about that. Just forgot I had boots half the time. Silvers, as told by Ganon, was at a fairy, which would have had to been Pyramid Fairy, but Meyer was our goad mode, and that would have unlocked Pyramid Fairy, but in the end, not too bad. We take a look at our important stuff here, but we're getting hammer pegs, which held our flute, which we didn't end up getting till an hour 6. Boots hour 7, the mirror at 51. All your mobility items were so far gone, so far late in the seed. It was not going to be a quick seed in the end because of some routing errors, but in the end, 11 bucks, that's pretty good too, but had a good time here. Gonna be shooting for a sub 120 before I call it quits here, but we're on to the next one to see what happens to us. 173, 216, not a good Not a fun time, not a quick time. We'll see you in the next one.